Okay, welcome to the Broom Institute's game Skater, my 7-day roguelike for this year, 2016. I'm now going to show you how not to play the game, because I'm sure I'm not the best player of my own game. So let's start it up. Here we can see the hero of the game, Pango Pangolin, with his sword and shield, and assorted blood splatters on the ice. And the music in the background was created outside the 7-day roguelike. It was pre-existing. It was a pre-existing sound loop that I made, but everything else was made during the 7 days. Okay, let's go. There are 10 levels to get through, and I'm hoping to be able to complete the game. But, you know, famous last words. Let's start off. We've got 40 hit points. Our speed is 0. We're on level 1. And our score is 0. Our score is basically just equal to the number of enemies that we defeat. So if you get to the end of the game, your maximum score will be 150, which is if you defeat every one of the 15 enemies on every one of the 10 levels. So let's start off. The enemy we can see at the screen, on the screen at the moment, is an ice mage. Unfortunately, they don't do anything because I haven't programmed their behaviour in it. There wasn't enough time, but they're quite a rare enemy. So there we go. There's going to be annoying keyboard clicking noises throughout. I'm sorry for that, but there is a bug with the mouse control that sometimes causes things to go really strange. So let's see. To get off each level, you need to get the warp beads, which are hidden in barrels. Spoiler. So we need to destroy the barrels, find the warp beads, and get to the exit. Killing the enemies is optional, unless you want to get a high score, as previously mentioned. Now, what you'll notice now is I've moved up to these barrels, and my speed is actually 8 out of a possible 12. Now, what would happen now, if I press into the barrel, if I try and bump the barrel, I will actually take damage because I'm crashing into the barrel. So what I need to do is I need to reduce my speed to 0, do a safe stop, which you do by pressing the opposite direction. See, that takes up a turn, but my speed is now 0. I now bump the barrel. There's nothing in that barrel. Speed is 1, still have to safely take it down. Now these ice mages, they do actually attack you. And they're not skaters. The damage you take in combat with another mob is based on relative speeds. So if I'm going at speed 0 and an enemy skates up and it's going speed 12 and it hits you, then it does, I can't actually remember, it either does 12 damage or it does half of that 6 damage. I think when you crash into a static object you take half the damage. So if I'm at speed 12 and I crash into a barrel, I'll take 6 damage. I can't remember how I actually had it for combat against mobs. That's only skating mobs. Mobs that don't skate, for example, this ice mage doesn't skate, they always have a speed of 0, and they attack you, and you only take 1 damage. So I've cleared away the I'm going to be playing faster than this later, don't worry. I'm just getting a feel for it and trying to explain things to you. You clear the debris away from a barrel by just bumping into it. Take the speed down again by using the opposite control. In we go. Speed is 1. Cut it down. Take the barrel. Take the barrel. Okay, there's nothing in those barrels. Let's get the fuck away from this mage, who has, how many hit points do mages have? 10. Now here's a skater. Skaters obviously can do a lot more damage to you because they can speed up on the ice. So we want to get away from him. Now down there we've got a blue can. Blue cans give you a random buff. The buff is either attack up or defense up. Attack up gives you massive damage, 100 damage. It's more than enough to kill anything in the game in one hit. The buff only lasts for 15 turns though. The other buff, defense up, lasts for 15 turns and basically reduces I think all incoming damage to 0. So we could take advantage of this blue can, now especially now that another skater has appeared, to do some massive damage and turn this into a sort of Kill Bill style blood on the ice phenomenon. So I'm going to go up to the can, reduce my speed. Ouch, got hit for 5. But when they hit you, their speed goes down to 0, so it's now on 0. So I'll go bam, get the buff. I've got a defense buff. That's a bit useless because it's going to take a number of turns. It's going to take 10 turns basically to hit this, kill this if I'm not moving. So let's just try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was a really bad idea. 5, 6, 7. There we go, it's dead. I've taken 8 hit points damage since the start of the game. Now, look at this, it looks like Pac-Man. Waka 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 waka. Down here is either the exit or a purple can. Now, it is a purple can. Purple cans have the power of teleportation, so they can take you to a different part of the map at random. Could be good, could be bad. Let's try it out. We approach the can, take the speed down to 0, go through it. Now we've got a green can on the screen. Green cans are the third type of cans we've encountered so far, and they basically have massive attack. The power of nature arcs out in great arcing beam-like arcs from the green can and massively damage any enemy that's in the way. Well, any enemy within what is it? Something like 11 Euclidean distance, I think. There's 2 enemies on the screen. We could get rid of them, or we could sort of avoid them a bit and get some more enemies on the screen. Really mess them up. Now, up here we've got thin ice. Thin ice is dangerous because if you're... well, it's not exactly accurate to real life, but if you are skating across thin ice... Skating on thin ice... If you're skating on thin ice and you have a speed of 0, you will fall into the water and take damage, often for more than one turn, as you try to rotate yourself to get out of the ice. So, we don't want to fall in there. So, we've fallen in there! Fantastic. It's because I was going in a certain distance and going in a certain direction, and I pressed to go down and left, and it had to turn me. And when you turn, you use speed. So my speed actually went down to 0, and I fell in the water and took damage. The damage you take in the water is one of the few random things in the game. I think it's between 1 and 4 hit points. Okay, we've got another ice mage on the screen. Well, it could be the same ice mage, actually. Could have followed me. Are we really going to waste a can on 2 enemies? Let's get some more enemies on the screen, please. Oh, some more barrels. Approach. Kill the speed. Aha! Inside the barrel was a something. Warp beads obtained. Go to the exit. Go to the exit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to... oh, fuck. Use this can. Kill the speed. Oh, I activated it too early. The other one was out of range. I've only damaged the ice mage. Ooh, taking it down to 1 hit point. Nice. Now, up here is the 4th type of can. And the last type that we've encountered... well, the last... anyway, it gives you hit points back. So, kill speed, otherwise we'll lose the hit points we're just about to gain. Bam! How many do you get? 8. Not bad, not bad. Oh, we don't need to do any more barrels. When I originally created the game, I was going to have more items in barrels, and I did in fact draw sprites for them. But everything's been stripped back because I'm a slow programmer and I didn't have time to put all the things in the game that I wanted to. So, items in barrels didn't make the cut. Oh, look at this. This is quite a rare enemy. A Cobby Bomber. A copy bomber is a kobold, and they throw bombs. They have an unlimited amount of bombs at their disposal. And what happens is, in previous games, I had various enemies that threw bombs. And for example, in Synthesizer, my 7-day roguelike for last year, the copy bombers, no, not copy bombers, the mages in that game had a spell that caused a bomb to appear. And what would happen is it would appear in this neighbourhood here, 9 squares, well, the 8 squares that surround you. And it was a bit useless because the bombs, the way I normally implement bombs is something puts a bomb in the game, then it counts down 3 or 4, between 2 and 4 turns, and then the bomb explodes, and in a 9 way around the bomb does some explosion damage. So I noticed that basically, I mean, you'll just be moving straight away from that. So it can get crowded if there's lots of bombs on the screen, which can be a problem. But what I decided to do with this game is the kobolds are a bit cleverer, and they throw the bomb 4 squares, or about, so 1, 2, 3, 4. What it does is it looks where you are, and then it looks at the direction you're facing, and then it extends that vector out 4 spaces, and then puts the bomb in a random 9-way area around that target square. So if you're not paying attention and you just go and I was continued in that direction, I would actually get hit by that bomb. So it's a little bit more challenging than it was before. Also, it should be noted, the very last thing I added to the game before the 168-hour window was up was the bombs. So there could be some problem with them. I know it wasn't. Actually, the very, very last thing I added was a windscreen. So you'll see that reflected in the quality of the windscreen if you ever get to it. Now, the warp gate that we're trying to move towards is always on the highest ground. So, I mean, you'll notice most of the map is generated using simplex noise. So it's got these kind of bands of things and splodges of things, like, you know, that you get generated when you make a level with coherent noise. The highest thing in the game is snow, and then below that is ice, and then below that is thin ice, and below that is water. But it's done so that most of the level is ice normally. There's a larger area, a larger range for ice, so there's going to be more of it about. But anyway, the main point is, getting off track, the main point is if you are looking for the warp gate, it's very often in a snowy area. If there's snow in a level, it will be on the snow. You'll find a warp gate sometimes on ice, but that's only if there isn't any snow in the level. So there we go, the warp gate is animated. It's not very well animated, but it's animated. And go up to it. We don't need to kill our speed, because the fact is, when you're on snow, your speed gets reduced to 0 every time you move. Well, actually, it gets reduced in half every time you move. So if you skate right up to the edge of the snow at speed 12, and then go into the snow, you'll be on speed 6. Then the next step, you'll be on speed 0, and you'll move around. You'll always be on speed 0 when you're on snow. Everyone will. So it's a level playing field for skaters and non-skaters when you're on the snow. There we go, into the gate. Now we're on level 2. 33 hit points. Hopefully we can get through this and see the amazing windscreen at the end. But I'm not too sanguine, because there could be bugs. There are levels generated sometimes which are impossible. I mean, literally impossible. For example, there could be a barrel that's got the warp beads in it. It could be in a building. The building could be generated up here with the door right at the edge of the map, so you can't get in. I do apologise for that. I didn't have time to add the checks in that I wanted to add, but hopefully it doesn't detract too much from your enjoyment of the game. Okay, now we've got a new enemy here. Not because we're on level 2, just because the enemies on a level are generated randomly, and we didn't have any last time, or we didn't meet any. This is a moop, a polar moop, an enemy polar moop, because originally there was going to be a character that you could select to play as, which was a moop, and that will happen eventually, but not in this 7-day roguelike version. Anyway, moops do not skate. So feature of moops is they have more hit points you'll notice the Ice Mage before had 10 hit points. This has 15 hit points. It's really probably not worth going toe to toe with them and each of you taking 1 hit point off the other. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, you don't have the hit points to be able to do that, really. So, best way to take out the moops, to get a hit on the moops, is no, if you were to take them out yourself, is to go on the ice, build up your speed, approach the moop, fuck up the moop, and the moop cannot fight back except by doing 1 hit point at a time. So, moops, kinda weak really. Endearingly cute, but kinda weak. Anyway, what do we got here? We've got a shitload of moops, and we've got a skating dude. Originally, these skating dudes, there are 4 of them. There's Tefrog, the roguelike enemy, which has a dagger, and there's one with a lance or spear. There's one with a chain called a swinger. Hilarious. Wife swapping joke there. And there's one that's like you, a kind of knight or paladin that has a sword and a shield. Now, originally, I gotta say this a lot, originally the idea was that there would be a sort of a grid around your character, such that, for example, if you're using the spear, then if I was a spearman now, this square here would be attack, this square here would be attack, so you can attack 2 squares in front of you, and then the squares behind you, like this, would be extra vulnerability, which means if an enemy's standing in that square and attacks you, you take more damage. Also, with the sword and shield combo, it was going to be such that the shield would actually protect you from damage, maybe totally, maybe half damage, I don't know, from these 2 squares here on your left, because that's where you're holding the shield. Confusingly, it doesn't look like that because the sprites are just mirrored, so it looks like you're holding the shield in the other hand when you actually reverse. But anyway, there's going to be all this stuff. The chain was going to, there was a player that had the chain, and the chain was going to sort of have more squares around the front you could attack. It was all going to be good, and that is going to be in the game. Again, I'm saying that, but there you go. All I can do is apologise for not getting that in the game in time. Hopefully there's still enough content in there and mechanics to make the game fun. So let's play it, because me talking about it is not actually that fun. Right. A lot of enemies on the screen. We could do with a green. Oh, or a blue can. A blue can will do. Well, what we'll do, we'll go up to this. Like this. I want speed 12. We really don't want to hit that. We'll take 6 hit point damage, so kill the speed. Now we're going to go wait. 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 We really don't want to wait longer than it takes that polar moop to reach us. The other enemies should be appearing on the screen anytime now, but they don't seem to be, weirdly. Wait, one more. Now, I'm not sure, it might take 1 turn to actually rotate towards the cairn. No, it's given us defense. That's rubbish. As I said, it's going to take a large number of turns to take down that moop. So let's just see, I actually saved myself from some damage there, but let's just move away. Now, what we can see is a lantern on the screen. A lantern on a stick for no reason. Now, what this is a clue that there's a building there. It's not a clue, in fact, it's a 100% indicator, because these... Oh god, there's a bat on the screen. Anyway, I'll talk about the building first. It's really easy to get sidetracked when you're talking about something like this. Do apologise if it's not making any sense. The lanterns are a clue, or as I said, 100% indication that there is a building here, because they are always generated either side of the door. And it's good because you can notice buildings, which are important because they have barrels in, from off the screen sometimes, merely by the glow that's given off by these lanterns. So that's quite handy. Anyway, the other thing I was going to talk about, the bat. Bats only have 5 hit points, so they don't take as much bashing to take down. But wait, because giant bat sucks your blood and gets hit points back. If you just stand toe to toe with a bat and fight it, then it will basically, it will take 1 hit point every time you hit it if you're stationary, and then it will get that hit point back when it attacks you. So it will never die. It will always be on 5 hit points, dipping slightly to 4 hit points every so often, but not at the end of a turn. So again, the only way to get rid of these is to skate up to them and attack them, or use the blue cairn to give yourself massive damage, or the green cairn to zap them. So in fact, actually quite a lot of ways to kill them. Now, we need to go in this building, and this is dangerous. Oh, and necromancers noticed us. Necromancers, again, 10 hit points because they're human. They have a variety of devastating and cool spells, which are not implemented. So, we don't have to worry about it too much. It's basically a non-skating enemy that does 1 damage to us, and that's about it. So basically it's like a nerfed moop. That's what it is. Okay, cairn defense is off. Now we're going to bash through these barrels. It's going to be slightly easier because our speed isn't going to go up because we're not on ice. And we found the beads. Okay, take the beads. What I was going to say is it can be very easy to get trapped in a building because the A-star pathfinding has been combined rather clumsily with my sort of rotation and movement system, and enemies use the same code that the player does. So what can actually happen is the enemies can actually stand still sometimes and not root to you at all because I don't exactly know why it is. I think it's because the A-star pathfinding is saying you can move to this square by going upright, and then going up, and it sort of uses the code that does the rotation and the movement, and it ends up not moving a square because it's rotating and not actually moving, and that doesn't work well with the A-star the way I've implemented it. Anyway, so it can be very easy to get trapped in the edges at the entrance to a building if a mob gets there and blocks up the entrance and is not moving for some reason. For example, now, in fact, now I think we're dead. I think that's game over. The bat's there. We can't kill the bat, and we can't get out. So, no, wait, what we've got to do is we've got to retreat into the room, lure the bat in here. Right, just remember to turn around. If you press exactly opposite, as you might do to move away from the bat, it's not going to move away from the bat because it's just programmed to stop if you press the opposite direction. So, we'll kill this barrel. Right, now, we can get out now. Hopefully we don't take too much damage. Oh, we're down to 22 hit points. This is not good. This is only level 2. The levels don't get harder, but of course it's like flipping a coin and seeing if you get heads 10 times in a row. I'm gonna fail eventually. Ooh. Now, where is the exit? It's gonna be, like I said, there's snow on this level, so it will be on the snow. Let's check out the snap here. The minimap should show the exit as a little purple dot. It can be quite hard to tell that it's a purple dot sometimes. And there are some bugs to do with the minimap. I think what we're gonna do is check out this area down here. But there's an awful lot of enemies. Oh my god. And it can be quite hard to get away from them. Oh, look at that! We took 10 damage from that Tefrog because it was skating. That's really not good. We really need to, even if we find the exit now, it's really important that we find if there's any red cairns to give us back some hit points. There's no reason to go in that other building. Oh, it's the same building, it's actually the bottom of it. But if there was a second building, there wouldn't be a point to going in it because the beads are the only good thing you can find in a building. The only thing you can find in a building. Blue can. You see, it could just give us the defense buff, which is not very useful. The other thing we can do to get rid of enemies is to skate on thin ice, funnily enough, because if we maintain our speed cleverly, such that we don't fall in the water, then the enemies will, clumsily rotate around and end up falling in the water and dying. But having said that, the one that's chasing me at the moment is a bat. And bats fly, so they'd... Ouch. Shit. Should have been thinking there. Bats fly, so they don't crack the thin ice. I think it's 3 speed reduction when you turn 45 degrees. So if I want to turn now from going up to going upright, that's safe because my speed will be 1. But if I were to turn again, my speed would be 0 and I would fall into the ice. I'm off the thin ice now. I can go there, I can go there, I can go there. Right, let's see what this cairn is going to give us. Please give me attack up. Ah, it's giving me defense up. Fuck that. I've noticed there's some... Where are we? We're up here. There's this little cyan dot. Let's check out right up here. Oh, there are so many enemies. This is not good. Ah, fuck, fuck, fuck. One turn left of super protecting defense buff. Okay, take the enemies onto the thin ice. Take the enemies onto the thin ice and kill them. Actually, stop off at this cairn first. Kill speed. Take that. It's giving me defense again. This is rubbish. Up, up, up. 2. Speed. Oh shit. See, now I'm going to take damage. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Fuck. I'm down to 3 hit points. This is super, super not good. And a bomber. Oh, just what I need. Have I got time to get to that cairn before the bomb goes off? It's on 1. If I move left, it's going to go 2. It's going to 3. I should be able to... No. No, actually I won't. Oh, wait. Wait, 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 wait. Boom, off it goes. Noticed there was a problem there with the actual visual effect. It didn't fill in all the squares it was supposed to fill in, which is not good. I have to take a look at that. Oh shit, the copy is going to attack me with a dagger. Unless this gives me defense buff. Look, see, finally I need the defense buff, and so you know what it's going to do, don't you? Yes, it's giving me the attack buff. I have now taken damage. I'm now on 2 hit points. I am going to fucking kill you. Oh! Look at that. Okay, well, now I'm going to play another game, and I should be able to concentrate a little bit better. Because I won't be explaining everything to you, the viewer, because you pretty much have seen all the gameplay elements now. So let's just play this a little bit faster and see if we can't get to a higher level. Of course, playing faster means I will make more mistakes, so it all evens out, and my play will probably be as bad as it was before. Here's a blue can. Kill the speed. Take the blue can. We've got a defense buff. Use that to kind of piss around there. Go into the purple can. Where we ended up, somewhere not too far away. Cairn defense is down. What's up here? Some thin ice up here. The lighter blue colour. Can get these trapped, get them to take some damage. Like this. Cleverly moving around. Look at that. I just love killing them. I'm a psycho. A psycho Pango. Find the warp beads. Get the warp beads. Get the fuck out of Dodge. I haven't lost any HP. No point using that. Oh, 2 HP. We could have really done with those last level. Last game. Have we found the exit? Have we found the exit? No. I think there's going to be... Ouch. Fuck off. Oh, now I see it's worth going back, so... Kill the speed. Take that. Now we're on full HP again. Let's go there. Kill that dude on the thin ice. Oh, he's probably nearly dead. Oh, a polar moop emerges. Oh, look at this. Let's fuck some enemies up. Ready? Is that one there going to be in range? You see, it's a tactical decision. Should I wait, take some HP damage, and get more enemies in range? No, I don't think so. I think we'll just use it now. Oh, it was in range anyway. Now that one's dead. That one's on half HP, took 5 damage. That moop took 10 damage. Holy shit, it's on 5 now. Let's see if we can get out without the polar moop damaging us. Yes, we can. Level 2. 2 green cans. Impressive. Let's wait for these to get closer, 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 closer. No, I'm not going to get any others in range, so let's just do it. I'll do it. Kill the bat. Don't kill the skater. Leave that green can. See if we can get some more enemies in range of it. Now remember, we haven't got the beads yet. Oh shit. Take the HP back to full HP again. Now the thing is, buildings can be generated on a level or not. Now, if buildings are generated on a level, the barrels are put in the buildings for safekeeping. But if there aren't any buildings, then the barrels are put in these little clumps. Let's kill our speed. Oh, look at that. Sometimes I wonder if there's a problem with my generation, because, or the decision for whether the beads are in a barrel or not, because it does seem quite often that the first barrel I open has the beads in it. Anyway, now where the fuck is the exit? Is that down there? Is that a purple one? Let's have a look. Is it purple or is it grey? I can't tell. I need a new monitor. Or new eyes. Or a combination of the two. No, that wasn't the exit. The exit is probably up here. But first, a word from our sponsors. Green Cairn and Son. Oh shit, something's gone really wrong. The game has locked up. It's come back. I wonder what that was. That's not good. That's not good. I hope nothing's gone wrong, but no, see, there's an example of the A-star not working. This bat is not moving. Sometimes it looks really clever because the bat's facing up. So when you move underneath it, it doesn't, come towards you. You think, that's because it hasn't noticed me. It's all a Metal Gear Solid kind of thing. But no, it's just a bug. It's a problem and it needs to be fixed. Bam! I can't wait any longer. Sorry, gotta fuck it. Now there's a bug. The cairn actually attacks mobs even if they're already dead. That's how angry nature is. The green cairn is activated. Nature is angry. Purple cairn down there. There we go. You see, just like I was saying before with the lanterns showing you sometimes where buildings are before they've even come on the screen, the subtle lilac glow you get from the warp gate can show you where the warp gate is before it comes on screen. There we go, level 3. Okie dokes, okie dokes, okie dokes. Let's go up here. Let's have a go at the blue. Oh, you got a fence buff from the blue can. Let's. Oh, Christ! This cobby bomber's on crack. Let's go on the thin ice. We can lose them on the thin ice, Bob. They're gonna take damage. Haha, they're gonna die, Bob. Oh, a lot of thin ice. A lot of thin ice here. A lot of thin ice. If you're not from England, then just pretend that was a really, really accurate Liverpudlian expression. Regional accent imitation. If you are, then I apologise for the fact that it wasn't. If you are from England. What the fuck am I talking about? Where are the barrels? Barrels, baby! Oh, now that's going to be convenient. Look at the nice animated walkway. I bothered to animate this with 3 frames, and all it does is look like it's going to sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Rubbish. Rubbish, Graspy. Must try harder. You useless pangolin. Oh, this moop's going to block the doorway. And for once, the warp beads are not in the first barrel that I look at. Let's at least... Oh, that is... What? No. A cobby bomber that's outside my field of view has just thrown a bomb into the building where it doesn't actually have, access to. It's couldn't path to that space. That has to be sorted out. And also, that's not going to be good if it blows up. Oh no, wait, bombs don't blow up barrels at the moment. We're safe. There's a moop there. Oh, this is all horrible. What am I doing? I've got to actually think. 2 seconds. That means it's got 1, 2, and then it's going to blow up. And it will blow up those 2 squares there, so I don't want to go higher. Then I can kill that. I can clear that debris. It's going to blow up next turn. We can move there safely. There we go. Yep. The moop's got stuck. That's good. The Cobby bomber is still throwing bombs. This is fucking dangerous. Because it could throw a bomb and block my way out. This is not good. I don't want to take that barrel out yet because that moop's going to get to me. Will it do if I take this one? Oh shit, this is horrible. Found the warp beads. The warp beads count as a non-passable tile, so I don't think mobs can pick up the warp beads. I've programmed it so if they ever do pick up the warp beads, you're fucked because they don't drop anything when they die. But the way I've programmed it, I was being clever stroke lazy, and I used a lot of the same code for the player that gets used for the mobs. So it's theoretically possible that a mob could pick up the warp beads and then end up going through the level exit and actually taking you to the next level. I don't think it's possible, but it could be. So what do we do now? We're going to pick up the beads and get the hell out of there. So we're going to move to there, pick up the beads, and then get past the moop. Taking a little bit of damage there. Luckily, nothing blocked our way on the way out. We're going to have to get down there to the warp gate, hopefully without taking too much damage. So let's... Oh, shit. Oh, taking quite a bit of damage, more than we wanted to. There, next level. Level 4. 25 hit points left. And the weather is currently minus 10 degrees Celsius. Here comes an enemy. Take him onto the ice. You're gonna die, baby. You're gonna die, baby. You're gonna die, baby. I'm gonna kill you on the ice, baby. Yep, killed him. Right, red can, blue can. Green eggs, ham can. Kill speed. Take it. Attack buff. Right, you fuckers are dead now. I will show you the fury of the pangolin. I have emerged victorious. There is blood on the ice, and my heart is satisfied. Oh shit. Crashed into the cairn. Getting so excited about killing everything that I crashed into the fucking cairn. Not a cairn in the world. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Try the veal. Now we need some beads. Oh. Red can. Kill the speed this time. Take that. Oh, took 3 bloody damage. Getting away from it, Gav. Took 3 damage. Getting away from it. That's no good, is it? I've had famous people in my taxi, I can tell you, love. Famous actors in the back of my taxi, up to all sorts of mischief. Oh, the stories I could tell you, and I'm just about to. Patrick Stewart in the back of my taxi one day, love. Nicest gentleman I ever met. Didn't criticise my accent once. That's funny. When I was just wumbling on there, I started playing on automatic and have no idea what I'm doing. So let's go into the ice. I mentioned in a previous video that this is an RSI simulator. Anyway, look at that, that's cool. Stuff dying off screen because it fell into the thin ice. Mobs move towards you off screen if they've previously seen you. If mobs aren't aware of you, they just don't do anything. They don't carry about their normal lives. They carry on their normal lives, go shopping, all this kind of stuff. They stand in a position and do nothing until they see you. And they see you when the FOV decides that they've seen you, which is when you see them, basically. In fact, if you think about it, with the level generation, because the highest point on the map is in snow if there is snow, and the warp gate gets put there, and because buildings actually generate on snow, not ice, it's actually quite likely that the beads are going to be quite close to the exit. So maybe that's a bit too easy. Having said that, I'm not finding it very easy. Beads discovered. Okay, there's an enemy there. We've got to let him come in. Welcome to my home, Mr. Skater. Come in. Get the fuck out of the way. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's always so many skaters. Always, always, always with the skating. Get the fuck out. Level 5. If barrels, if there's no buildings, barrels can be on ice or they can be on snow. They can be anywhere. I don't think they can be on thin ice, but they could be pretty much anywhere on the map. Ha ha ha! It's died already. Hilarious. Bam! Bam! Abuse the pathfinding. Make the moop walk round stuff. Crashed into the barrel. Idiot. That's the biggest danger, actually, I think. Crashing into barrels. Because you can lose up to 6 hit points. Which is nasty. Cancel your speed. Safety. Cancel your speed. Holy shit, there's enemies. I'll tell you what we'll do. This is cunning. Oh, crashed into the can. Idiot. Why am I doing that? Where have I ended up? Somewhere. Not very far away at all. Let's skirt round here. Attract all these mobs. Hey fuckers, here I am. Come and get me. Come and get me, mobs. I'm going to fuck you all up so badly. I don't like not being able to see them coming. Here they come, here they come, here they come. Do you want to know about pain? I'll show you pain. Of course they're not dead. They're just wounded. 4 of 10, 4 of 10, 1 of 10. Oh! My desire to destroy the enemy has undone me. Ah, dearie me. Dearie me. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Well, that's level 5. I'm not going to carry on and try and reach level 10, at least not on this stream. Perhaps another time. I think I've given you a taste of what the game can provide, which is annoyance, frustration, boredom. No, never boredom. There you go. Thanks very much for watching.